Today we are in the Eastern Cape. We are in a coastal town called Port Alfred. We are in the heart of the Sunshine Coast. We are exactly in between Port Elizabeth and East London. We have a short trip. We are going to East London. East London is about 144 kilometers from the place that we are in. We are going to use R72. R72 is a regional route that connects East London and Port Elizabeth. It serves as an alternative from the N2. In my opinion, it's much more faster than the inland N2. As we are traveling on R72, on your left there's a Co-op de Coparese. It's an express truck stop. It's normally used by truck drivers when they need to rest. That's the place that they use. This express truck stop, it's on the periphery of the town, so they are able to buy some stuff in town because the town is not far, and then come back to the truck stop. It's safe. It has no major incidents that have happened there. The next turn on your left is going to the Green Fountain Farm Resort. It's also connected to the El Shaddai Christian Academy. That Christian Academy, they are going to change the name to the King School of Port Alfred. That change, it is also coming with the syllabus change. They are running away from NCS. They are now going to offer IEB. They have started offering IEB from grade 1 to 9. Then in the next coming years, they will introduce it to grade 10, 11, and 12. As we are still talking about schools being changed names, syllabuses changing from NCS to IEB, if you haven't liked this video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please share our videos. Please also comment. We want to know how are we doing. If you've already subscribed, please just know that we are going to travel South Africa together on these vlogs. The next turn on your right, you are joining the Reed River Road, and the bridge that we are crossing, underneath it, there's the Reed River. Many companies in Port Alfred and many schools in Port Alfred, they use this Reed River area as their campsites and also for team building. When we are here, we are about 80 kilometers away from East London. We are in Mkwalana. We are crossing the Mkwalana river. If you check on your right, there is a beach over there. That beach is ideal for families that have little children. It's safe and it's quite nice. We are still on R72. The road is a bit bumpy. The river that is in front of us is called the Bira. And if you look on your right, there's the Bira river mouth, which will lead you to the Sunshine Coast. I am the first to admit the Sunshine Coast is a very cool and calm coast. This is ideal. It's an ideal place where you can come and relax with your family. In this intersection, if you take your left, you go to the shore park, and if you take your right, you go to the mouth of the Fish River. When you are here in this intersection, you need to drop your speed to 80 because this is a high accident zone. So if you take your right will take you to Hamburg, the one in South Africa, not the one in Germany. Now we are traveling round about the area of Mbekweni. This is the Mbekweni Beach Resort. It's a very nice place. The Eastern Cape that we are traveling in today, it's not the Eastern Cape that you see on Cutting Edge. This one, this Sunshine Coast, it's a very nice coast. I still emphasize that it's somewhere you can come and relax with your family. Now we are traveling roundabout in the area of the Ngqushwa local municipality. Here we were following a polo driver. This polo driver was impatient. Like it's written that the road will be opening in 500 meters, but that individual looked like he wanted to overtake. But anyway, we know how polo drivers behave. We are now going to approach the EDF renewables that are found here in the Ngqushwa local municipality. After climbing this hill, you will start to see the windmills. These windmills, they belong to EDF power station. It's called the Wesley Cai wind farm. This wind farm produces 34.5 megawatts of wind power, which is put to the grid. As an engineering technologist myself, I am tempted to explain how this wind power station works. Every 24 hours, wind generates enough kinetic energy to produce roughly 35 times than the electricity that is needed by a human every day. And one good thing about wind is it's unlike coal. It's something that is renewable. So wind power is renewable energy. The basic principle of wind energy is that you have a series of blades that are connected in rotors. So they convert that rotational energy into kinetic energy. But in the specific scenario that we are talking about, that rotational energy is the one that will spin a turbine, and then that turbine will produce electricity, the 34.5 that we spoke about. I hope that explanation makes sense. I tried to make it as simple as I can. As you're trying to digest how a windmill works, let's enjoy the road that goes to East London. When we were here, we were getting closer and closer to East London. We were 45 kilometers away from East London, meaning we're about 30 to 35 minutes away. So the next turn that is on your left, It's going to a place called Khayelitsha. If you further continue, you will go to KwaSandile. Then if you further continue, you will end up at a place called Chalomna. So these places that I'm mentioning, these are the rural areas of East London. So they do their shopping in East London. Now we are crossing this big river. It's called the Mcholomna River. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. Those that know the correct pronunciation of that river, can they please tell us on the comment section? We are still getting closer and closer to East London. The next intersection, if you take your left, you are going to Mount Pleasant. Then if you take your right, you are going to the Casers Bridge. The residential area that you see on your right, it's also the Casers village. So the next turn that is on your left, it can also take you to Chalomna. The Chalomna that we saw when we were passing around the turn that is going to KwaSandile. We are still on R72. We are about 35 kilometers away from East London. I have to give a praise to the municipalities that are taking care of this road, R72. It's quite clean. There were no potholes that we experienced that are major. It was bumpy there and there, but it's a clean road. No complaints whatsoever regarding that. The intersection that we passed, if you take your left, it is going to Lil Vale, but round about that area, there's also the Ngecha Agricultural Council. That Agricultural Council specifically deals with research. When you are about 30 kilometers away from East London, you will meet a turn that is on your left, which is M25. That M25, it is going to King Williamsdown. After passing the turn that goes to M25, you'll climb a little hill. There are some construction roadworks that are happening there. Then there will be a turn on your right, which is going to the Kids Beach. It's on your right. It's also M25. After passing the turn that goes to the Kids Beach, just make sure that you drive cautiously. You maintain 60 kilometers per hour because of the roadworks. Then you will meet a river that is called Mkansi after the turn that goes to the Kids Beach. When we are here, we are about 20 kilometers away from East London. I can formally say that we are in the Baffalo City Metro. I always ask myself a question that out of all metros that I hear in South Africa, the Ekurhuleni Metro, the city of Johannesburg, the Mangaung Metro, there's the city of Cape Town as well, there's eThekwini Metro. Only the Baffalo City Metro did not have a 2010 FIFA World Cup stadium. I am interested to know the reason why it was not included. But when we are here around this area, you saw the cows over there. There's a dairy farm choice, dairy farm there that is here in East London. There's an intersection that we are approaching. If you take your left, you are going to King Williamsdown, which is also known as Eqonce. We are going to use a road that is called the Baffalo Pass. Then there is, on the corner there is also the depot for the courier guy here near the Baffalo Pass. After passing the intersection of the Baffalo Pass, you are now going to approach the turn that goes to the airport. The name of the airport is called the King Phalo International Airport, as you can see over there. Maybe you are asking yourself, who is this King Phalo? King Phalo was the last king of an independent and united Xhosa nation. When you are around this area, here, after this robot, you are around the area of Greenfields. So Greenfields is sort of like a residential area where mid-class working people here in East London stay. This Greenfields. As we are still traveling here in East London, there's also a question that I always ask myself is, why is East London not similar to Durban? Because if you check the weather and the location of the area itself, it should have been like Durban. But Durban is much more ahead as compared to East London. I'm not sure what could be the reason for that. When you are here, you need to drop your speed to 70 kilometers per hour because you are now close to town. If you check on your left, there's an engine one stop which is combined with Wimpy. That's where you can rest and buy some food for the road. Next to this engine one stop, there is also a KFC. On this robot, if you take your right, you are going to the famous Cove Rock. Then there on the Cove Rock, there is also the racing track here in East London. If you are someone who's enthusiastic about racing, you can find a racing track over there in that area. As we are continuing down, we will meet the famous Mercedes-Benz here in East London. That Mercedes-Benz normally gives students that are studying mechanical engineering at the Walter Sisulu University some in-service training. What also makes me remember this Mercedes-Benz, there's a husband of my friend's colleague that I went with at school. He's also working there at Mercedes. I know she'll be watching this vlog. She knows that I am talking about her. Shout out to her. The area that we are traveling in now, if you look at it, it looks like an industrial area of some sort. We are getting closer and closer to East London, the CBD, the town itself. Now when we are here, we are getting closer and closer to the big bridge. Underneath this big bridge, there is a river that is called the Baffalo River. Hence, we are in the Baffalo City Metro. If you look at your right, there is the harbour there. That's where you can book a cruise or a boat if you are someone who is interested in that. There is also Transnet that is located near that harbour. After crossing this Baffalo River, then you'll arrive in East London, the city itself. When we left Port Alfred, we had half tank. Now 144 kilometers later, we have lost 2 bars. So this D-Max, I can say it's quite a fuel efficient vehicle. So this vlog has come to an end. We will see you on the next one.